Hello there, Taurus. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your overall monthly reading for November 2020. I hope you guys are doing wonderful out there. I am sorry I'm getting these out just a little bit later than usual, but let me tell you, it has been a busy time with so much planetary action and transits going on that I have been really hustling to keep up with all of it. So I hope you have been well. I hope you are staying safe, taking good care of yourself and everything else out there. A big welcome and thank you to my new and returning subscribers. And if you haven't done so, I'd always invite you to reach out there, hit that subscribe button and join the Dragon family. And also do give it that dragon claw up by clicking that like button and let me know that you enjoy this content out there. So Taurus, as always, I do have a few quick notes for you that this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with every single Taurus out there, so please take what makes sense and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information regarding the cards that I use in my sessions, or would like to leave a donation for the channel, all those links and information are down below in the description box. So today we're going to be doing an overall for your November 2020. We will be looking at some of the astrological impacts and influences, and also getting into a little bit of oracle and doing a full tarot spread. So stick with me till the end. I will be looking first at some of the influences that we have in our astrology this month. Hope my camera does not get fuzzy on me. It's been doing that a little bit today. So Taurus, whenever I look, at your particular astrology, I'm always going to focus a little bit on Venus. Venus is your ruling planet, and so whatever Venus is doing definitely has a lot of impact on you. So this month, Venus is in the sign of Libra, and it will be moving into the sign of Scorpio on the 21st. So I would say that because the sun moving along in Scorpio, we are in Scorpio season. So that is going to be influencing your universal 7th house of relationships. So I would say that all of November has a very, very strong influence of relationships, no matter what kind they may be, whether it's romantic, platonic, work connections, family connections and dynamics. All of that comes up during that time, because first you are going to have the Scorpio sun moving throughout that universal relationship house, and as soon as the sun goes into Sagittarius on the 21st, on the same day Venus starts to move through your relationship house. So you really do have quite a lot of energy going on in there. And because Venus is in Libra for most of this month, there really will be that energy of, balancing things, bringing things back into balance, harmony, fairness, any issues of equality or inequality that have gone on in your personal relationships are really asking to be smoothed out and to be brought into harmony again. We do have, of course, plenty of other things going on. We are leaving a Mercury retrograde that was in Scorpio and Libra. That's going to be ending November 3rd, so that really does start our month out in a much more positive light. Mars has also been in a retrograde motion for almost 2 months, so that is coming to an end as well on our Friday 13th, which I would say for us is going to be quite lucky, because Mars is finally coming out of its retrograde, moving direct and getting our energy, moving and flowing again. We also do come into full moon lunar eclipse season. We're coming into our eclipses again after a long stretch without any. So the end of the month, November 30th, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Gemini, guys. So let's go ahead and jump into your cards. Let's see what we have got for you, Taurus. Coming up for this November, dear angel spirits, ancestors, show us Taurus, sun, moon, Venus rising, any messages that you have for them, please. Look at that, and this is so much what I'm saying and feeling. Healing chaos is very much the element and the theme of your month. So any kind of disruptions, miscommunications, things that have been unfair, things that have been unbalanced it's time to heal those things, things that have felt very chaotic, very troubling. It is time to heal and transform those elements this month, Taurus. It's a very positive thing coming in, right? It's time for it, absolutely. So let's get into a Gemstone Chakra card. We're going to see what gemstone or crystal are best for you to work with this month and what chakra is coming up to be healed. Look at that, rose quartz. So I am so, yeah, I mean, that's just to me such a confirmation of this being very much a month of healing relationship dynamics, heart healing, you know, all those kind of partnership energies coming up, because the rose quartz is our classic stone crystal of unconditional love. It definitely is for healing the heart chakra. It's excellent. I have a big chunk of rose quartz actually sitting right here on my table. It is definitely a soothing, healing, wonderful heart chakra stone. And it's not expensive, Taurus, so it's very easy to find some rose quartz. I honestly, funny enough, a lot of people ask me where I get, you know, my gemstones or crystals. I find a lot of good ones on Etsy. So I definitely recommend that. That's a great place to find, you know, either loose gemstones, tumbled stones, or if you're looking for a pendant, you know, a bracelet, that's a good place to find them. So let's get a spirit animal on this for you, Taurus. Let's see which one of these folks is coming from the spirit kingdom of the animals to assist, guide, and inspire you this month of November. Grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. The grasshopper to me is also a very, very strong symbol of good luck, good fortune coming in. So I like that side note to this as well. But yes, Taurus, it may start to really come into clarity that it's time to take action. It's time to move forward. Maybe if there's someone that you've had a falling out with, it may be time to take the jump and just give them a call or send them a text or see how they're doing. It may turn out a lot better than you think it will. And of course, it's also a good time, like I said, you know, that's a prosperity symbol. So if you're working on anything with money, business, finance, and a lot of my Taurus folks do because you rule the material world, it could be a very lucky month for that as well. So Taurus, let's get into your tarot. I will be using the Tarot Grand Lux for the main spread and clarifying with the Modern Witch Tarot. So let's see what we have for Taurus in our tarot today for this month of November 2020. Oh yes, definitely big Scorpio energies coming out here at the center for you, and very nice. Ah, I like these cards. All right, so Taurus, right in the center, we have got the Judgment card. That is the heartbeat of this Celtic cross spread for you. Judgment card to me is like the higher vibration of the Death card. Definitely has that Scorpio and mostly Pluto rulership, and Pluto is the planetary ruler of Scorpio. To me, the reason this is that higher vibration of the Death card is because this is about the regeneration, the rebirth, the renewal, the angels calling things out from the dead, coming back to life. And so Taurus, you may feel very strongly that there are rebirths, renewals, things that you thought were dead and gone, returning and coming back to vibrant life. You may be even coming back to vibrant life this month, but definitely, like I said, you know, I feel like you're healing some kind of old chaos, old wounds, old difficulties. There's a lot of heart healing going on, taking those leaps of faith, and wow, it really creates this abundance, this sort of feeling of resurgence and rehabilitation. Let's see what we've got clarifying the Judgment. Look at that. Yeah. And you may need a little break. You may need a little rest, because I do feel, Taurus, this is going to be a lot of energy. There's going to be a lot of work as you know, kind of embrace these renewals and these big transformations that you've come through. And look at that Four of Swords. Yeah, take some extra naps, get some extra rest, because Taurus, you are going to be doing a whole lot of moving and shaking, and a whole lot of things are going to be changing and growing. And so you do need some downtime. If things feel a little overwhelming, feeling a little overstimulated, it's like, I need a break. I just, you know, you need time to yourself. This is in the immediate past, the Hermit card. You are coming from a place of great healing, following your personal truth and guidance, really looking at that star, right? Looking at that guidance. So I do feel that you've already been doing quite a lot of this self-introspection, self-healing, soul-searching, all of that kind of work. It's a very strong Virgo alignment with the Hermit. So, you know, it is about those habits, routines, and healing. So you may still be feeling some of this throughout the month of November. Really doing that, you know, neat. Oh, look at this. We got the Hermit, clarifying the Hermit, no doubt. Okay, so Taurus, anyone resonating with this, you have been in Hermit mode. You have really been going deep within. The Scorpio season has been intense for you already. Doing some deep soul searching, some deep digging, and, you know, kind of enjoying it, right? You know, the Hermit's not any kind of negative card. It's very positive. And you're really clarifying your own personal truth, your own personal directive, because that to me is very much what that Hermit is about. It's following that star of guidance. Going into the immediate future, we do have the Two of Swords, very strong Libra energy. We are dealing with Venus in Libra right now, so to me, this is about making decisions, Taurus, and you can be just like your fellow Venus-ruled sign Libra. Y'all can be the masters of indecision. So this is really saying it's time to take the blindfold off. It's time to see things clearly. You're going to have to make some choices. You are going to have to move. You are going to have to move, Taurus. To get to those future goals, absolutely. To get to that future balance, because the Two of Swords is a Libra card. And this month, I feel, is very strongly about coming back into balance and harmony. Yes, especially after difficulties, after possible betrayals, after feelings of, should I stand up and fight for this, or should I cut my losses and walk away? You really will have to make a decision here, Taurus, for some of y'all especially that really resonate with this. You know, could be a job, could be a relationship, and you could be making that decision to continue on, to fight for it, to, you know, to really step up to it, or to cut those losses and let it go. So that's probably one of the big decisions you may be making in November. On the undercurrent, bottom of the deck, bottom of the spread, this is what you're very focused on in your subconscious. This is the Magician. So Taurus, my feeling is, even though you may not really be that crazy about all the changes and all the, you know, shakeups that are going on, deep down, you really are wanting this new reality. You really do want to create something fresh out of all the different elements of your gifts, your abilities, your resources, your emotions, your passion, right? This is, it's Gemini, it's Virgo, it's Mercury energy, and we have been in that Mercury retrograde. We're coming out of that. So I do feel that your mind will be getting clearer. You'll be feeling like you've really learned some things. There's that little owl sitting there with that wisdom on his shoulder, right? But that Magician is the alchemist. It's remembering that you really do have more power than you think you do, Taurus. Remembering that, you know, you have the ability to create far more than you may realize. You may be sensing that, you know, you may be really sensing that, and finding your interpersonal strength. Wow. This is definitely a reading of interpersonal strength and fortitude, and really recognizing your worth and loving yourself unconditionally as well as others, right? Because the Strength card is, you know, the woman is the symbol of spirit, the symbol of our own divinity, and the lion is our physical incarnation, you know, who roars and gets fussy and anxious and worried and all the things that we do in our human form. And that's why she is there. That's why our spirit is there, to help balance that, to help calm us, to help remind us that we are divine beings walking an earthly life. On the top, crowning the spread, Taurus, we have the sun. This is the message from Spirit. So they are saying, keep your chin up, Taurus. This is prosperity. This is abundance. It's innocence. It's fresh new beginnings. It's positive, positive energy. It's the most positive card of the tarot. So always a wonderful thing when the sun comes out into a reading, and it definitely blesses the whole spread, especially in that position when it's the message from Spirit crowning the whole reading. Yes, and look at that. To me, this is about letting go of this, right? Spirit saying, Taurus, we know you've had your heart broken. We know you've gone through some disappointments. We know that it's been hard, right? We know that you feel deeply. We know that your heart is big, but the sun is coming out. You don't need to hang on to this sadness anymore. And so just like our buddy Ramblin' Mike over at Ramblin' Mike's Tarot, I'm going to sage this card. That's my tweak on this. I am going to sage this card, get it nice and cleared out here. And if you haven't checked out Ramblin' Mike, go check out Ramblin' Mike's Tarot. He's a fun guy. He's a wonderful reader. I know you'll enjoy him. He's a good friend to the Dragon Channel too. So this is what he does. He says, we're going to do a little spiritual surgery on this Three of Swords. We're going to shake these swords out of your heart for you, Taurus. So with all of our might, we say out, out, out. Get out of Taurus's heart. Out, cleared, and so it is. Yes. That's the best way to deal with our Three of Swords, is to shake those swords on out. They're probably ready to go anyway. There's no doubt about that. So Taurus, let's get you some advice coming up the side of the spread. Let's see what advice Spirit has for you, Taurus. Feisty. Yeah, and still, ooh, nice, very nice at the end. All right, so suggested approach is our Knight of Wands. So yeah, it's definitely about taking some action. Knight of Wands is ruled by Sagittarius. So this is the truth speaker, the truth teller, the wisdom seeker, the knowledge seeker, learning more, going forward, finally getting some movement after a while. I do feel there's a little bit of a polarity here. There's going to be, during November, Taurus, there's going to be some times where you're super, super active, and then there's going to be some times where you really, really need your rest. So just listen to your body. Definitely listen to your body on when you need sleep. Ooh, Knight of Wands and King of Swords. So suggested approach, clarify for that, is very much about movement, truth-telling, acting with integrity, demanding others act with integrity. And that King of Swords, this is strong Aquarius energy. So to me, this is so much about liberation. It's about making good plans, using your mind in a very strong way, especially when it comes to clearing things out of your life that are no longer serving a good purpose. Here we have the what you need to know. Here it is again, Four of Swords. We had it once in the center of the spread, clarifying the Judgment card, and here it pops up again in what you need to know. So Taurus, you do, this is why I reiterated, you do need to know that rest, relaxation, recuperation are very, very important to your overall process this month of November. Yeah, and Four of Pentacles, 4 and 4. Taurus, some of y'all might be feeling like you're hanging on a little bit for, dear life. Some of you might be hanging on to something in the heart chakra. You might be trying to make some big decisions about that. And I do feel as well that you've stepped off that battlefield for a while so that you can get some relaxation, some reflection, some recuperation on this while you make that decision. Because it is something that's weighing heavy on your mind, heavy on your heart. Hopes and fears. Here comes that Death card. Taurus, don't fear the Reaper. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Oh, that's what I say about him. The Death card, right? I mean, this is Scorpio energy. This is transformational. You already have the Judgment card in here, but you also have the Death card. These are both Scorpio, Pluto energy cards, bringing through that white rose, that white flower of innocence and rebirth, right? So it's really about the transition, the phoenix from the ashes. You may be feeling really afraid of this transition or this complete breakdown or transformation, but Taurus, don't fear it. It is part of the process. It is part of your rebirth and renewal, and we can't have the phoenix from the ashes without the ashes first. That is just a truth of life. Yep, Seven of Cups. Some of this may also be around emotions and around emotional decisions because you're feeling kind of overwhelmed. It's like, I don't know which way to go next. And that's partly why you're fearing this change, because some of you may feel like you maybe don't mind the change so much, but you'd mind it a lot less if you felt like you knew better where to go from here. Seven of Cups can be kind of like all these different options coming forward. It's like, well, which one do I pick? So Taurus, to me, there is some decision making on the on the horizon. You may feel anxious about the decision making, but just start looking at all your options so that you kind of have a better idea where to go if you are particularly experiencing these big transitions. But look at what we have on the outcome here with the World card. This is a super positive card. It's the last card of the major arcana, so it really shows that you've come through some major, you know, steps, some journeys, some big lessons, some big things being completed. To me, the World is the door closing and another door opening, right? It's ruled by Saturn. It's ruled by Saturn, so it definitely has that connotation of learning lessons, of fulfilling agreements or obligations, etc. Your own energy is in this card. We have the Taurus bull here, we have Leo, we have Scorpio, and we have Aquarius represented in the World. And I love this card because you turn it to the side and you see the eye, the all-seeing eye there, right? So to me, this is a very, very powerful outcome card for your reading here, Taurus. And look at that, to me, look at this. Woo! Capricorn energy from the devil. Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, is representing the World. So you got a Capricorn in your life, Taurus? You just might with this energy. And to me, the other thing, if you don't have a Capricorn in your life, what that's really bringing through to me is that, you know, because the devil is freeing yourself from inhibition, repression, oppression, feeling really bound, feeling really trapped. And so to me, the World it's all about learning the lessons of how to untie yourself, how to free yourself, how to live a life with more joy, because the negative side of Capricorn, and thereby as well the devil card, is that, you know, they can fall into really unhappy ruts where they just do the same thing over and over and over with no joy, with no spark for life. You know, like working a job you really don't like and just doing it anyway, right? Even though it's sucking the life out of you. And so to me, this is really about letting go of anything that's been doing that to you, Taurus. Anything that's really been dampening down your joy or, you know, enthusiasm or vitality. So let's give an affirmation on this for y'all. I like this very much, especially for my Taurus, because we know Taurus is all about, you know, food, agriculture, sustenance. We have the basket, which is a card of sustenance. A basket full means some for all. The state reversed means something worse. So, right, we want to keep that basket full. We want everybody to have what they need. And so to me, this is very much, you know, about a good harvest, ease, comfort, manifestation, having what you need and being very focused on it, which is a positive thing, Taurus, right? I want you to focus so much more on that instead of the places where you're feeling anxious or any sense of lack, because this is a big reminder that you are indeed enough and you do have the power to create more for yourself and for those that you love. So Taurus, I hope you have a beautiful November, and I will be seeing you all again very soon. Take care.